Good, pardon me. What's up, world? J1, that's the only great one left. Back at it like an addict. Going all the way up like a turtleneck. Down and around in 1,000 town. So I've been stuck like a cat in a tree. You know what I mean? Wipe your feet when you come in the door. You know what's in store. You know what I'm saying? We back at it like an addict. It's another one like the other one. You know, all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know the protocol, and you know the protocol. J1 next. We here. Wet say, hey, love. What's up, baby? Big Timer. What's happening, Jack? Ain't nobody playing me. Niggas is hating. That's what's happening. That's what y'all got to get it clear about. Okay, we are the victors. Okay, we're the ones on the other side. Okay, the people that are not winning could never play me. They're playing themselves by trying to. You know what I mean? Like, let's get it right. Said the wolf way. That's right. That's right. Type that right there, right there, right there, right there. Put that there. What's up, Sherry? What's up? Titan said, we back. Yes, sir. He said, yeah, facts. You feel me, though? You know what I'm saying? You only play yourself coming at a real one. That's ain't no smile. Niggas just making shit up, doing anything. They playing themselves, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know, God knows. We know what's up, right, Sherry? Yeah, Sherry knows what's up, too. Double tap that screen if you don't know what I mean. Hit that like button, don't cost you nothing. He said, oh, so cute, your dog the same? Yeah, okay, well, maybe one day they'll have a play date, man. Maybe one day, who knows, man? He said, that's why they call him Serius Jones, because he's serious. Hey, I mean, y'all have no idea. I really want to tell y'all about something, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not that type of guy, man. You know? Got to hold it down. Even when it stings a little bit, pause. You know? He said that dog name, no, don't ever disrespect Sherry. That dog's name is Sherry Amore, and she is a viral star already. So don't play with her. She got more videos, she got more viewers and followers than you, guaranteed. Sherry got more followers than you and more views than you, respectfully. That's Sherry Amore, and her page on Instagram is Sherry Amore the French, if you want to follow her. You know what I'm saying? Says, okay, let me give y'all the rules for the newcomers that still don't understand. I know we're going up. See how the number just shot like that? See that? All those new people, you know what's up, man. When you come in here, wipe your feet at the door. You know what I'm saying? When you come in the house, double tap the screen, man. Take your shoes off. You know what I'm saying? But for those that don't know the protocol here, dry hate, I'm going to give you one chance, trolls. If you come in here with dry hatred, you're just going to get put in time out. You're going to sit in the corner, think about it. You come back acting weird, that's it. No derogatory words or anything towards any groups of people. No more, no GAY stuff. We're not doing none of that, okay? So be creative with your jokes. Be creative with your trolling. If you want to just come here trolling, I'm not going to kick you out. But don't be weird, okay? Because you're going to force me to get you up out of here, all right? He says, thin bread? What's bread? I don't know what that means. He said, greeting from the state of Israel. What's up, man? What's going on? He said, I wasn't risen. Okay. I'm getting all type of messages as I'm going with y'all. I'm like, ooh. You look cute, homie. Thanks, Philip. That's your one pause for the day. Do I have a Pandora channel? No, I don't. Said, all right, so boom. Y'all know the protocol. If you don't, first of all, tell me where you represent. And that's why you see people let me know where they from, Israel, wherever. Represent your hood and like the video to get started, all right? And then I'm going to tell y'all about some adventures, right? New Jersey, Kung Fu, hard body karate. I grew up doing horse stance, cat stance. I remember I had Stan the Man. That was my karate teacher, right? And he had a dojo on Wise Corner in Inglewood, New Jersey. And his daughter, Khadijah, shout out to them, whatever they is. He used to always have his daughter come up against me, like, all right, now demonstrate. And his daughter be kicking on her. Hey, y'all! I'd be like, yo, like, come on, man. I'm looking at Stan like, come on, man. You have me beating up your daughter, have kicking me all in the head. He said Jones got on a corduroy muscle shirt. Is that what a wife beater is? Okay. I didn't know they made that. He said, teach me. He said, I'm from Mississippi. Just a quick troll, bro. It's all good, brother. You know Kung Fu because your breath be kicking. Hey. Okay, that was a good one. He said, LMAO. He said, what the F? LOL. Yo, I swear. He used to be like, okay, Salim, and you, Khadijah, demonstrate the such technique. And I'd be like, and she'd be like, hiya, hiya, kicking me out. Yo, I have to stop. I was like, yo. And he'd be looking at me like, man, stop having your daughter come over here kicking all up my head and shit. Chun-Li, kicking all up my head, all up here. Yo, word. You know what I'm saying? So we had the dojo on Wise Corner. I forget what our dojo was called. Right? And I had my gi. You know what I'm saying? I think I was like a brown belt. I think I got up to like a brown belt or some shit like that, right? But when I started getting in actual fights, people looked at it kicking as like not allowed back then. Like if you just kick somebody in the middle of a fight, it would be like, people damn near stop. Like, oh, you kicking? It's like, oh, he kicking. It's like once you kick somebody, they damn near feel like you're supposed to be able to use anything, right? He's supposed to be like, oh, you kicking? Oh, nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kicking was like, looked at as like, oh wow. Now you're going too crazy. But it was like, you know, I just liked, you know, karate and kung fu and the whole little program we was doing. And I was into kung fu movies. This was the 80s and the 90s. That was the biggest thing. Bruce Leroy, The Last Dragon. So I don't know about y'all, but we had karate men where we from. The Wallow be talking about it with Gilly and stuff. That was a real thing, bro. That was a real thing for a guy to literally be riding around the hood with a kung fu karate suit on and be thinking that he was like a kung fu master. Now, we had a dude like this, right? We had a dude like this. I don't know what his name was, but he used to ride around on a 10 speed with a 40, right? He used to ride around 10 speed and a 40, wallahi. And he would be in the winter in the McKay Park doing push-ups and doing his form in the park and shit. Like, and we be looking like, what the hell is he doing, right? India in the building, Dragonfly Jones, right? He be Dragonfly Jonesing, right? Sitting in the park talking about. I'd be like, yo, what the hell? So we go over there like, nah, we gotta. She said, yo, you bugging. Phil, you bugging out, Phil. You're going to timeout, Phil. You can't just be flirting with me like I'm not a grown man, Phil. All right? I'm going to give you 30 minutes to cool off, Phil. You're doing too much, Phil. But you know what I'm saying? Jersey Kung Fu. He's in the park, drunk off half a 40 of St. Ives in the wintertime, just doing, you know, looking like a scene out of Return of the Dragon, right? So we looking like, wait a minute. I started going out there, you know, my boys, we started going to mess with them, right? And I don't know if y'all ever had a real karate man in your hood, right? But the karate man in your hood always does some type of move to try and like hurt you, right? He always want to teach you, but like actually hurting you, you know what I'm saying? And we kids, right? So he'd be like, all right, come here, let me show you this, right? So this is when I didn't understand this in the movies. When they used to do this in the movies and stuff, and they, like, you could use a claw and actually hurt somebody, you were like, what you really gonna do with this? Like, what you gonna do with this? But you don't know that this is after niggas done did finger push-ups. 2 fingers, finger push-up. These niggas' fingers is like real metal, right? So we bothering Karate Man this day. You know what I'm saying? We bothering Karate Man this day in the McKay Park, right? We pull up on him, and we be like, man, you don't know no karate, right? We antagonizing him and shit, right? Now, mind you, we didn't know how psychotic Karate Man was. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, come on, Emily, let me show y'all, right? So we over there we like, what you want? You don't know nothing, right? He's like, come here, let me show you this, right? And he'll be like this, come here, put your hands up, right? So you put your hands up, and he'll do some shit like this. And grab you, and you like, oh, and he'd be like, you feel that? You see that right there? And you like, oh, let me go. He's like, yo, what the fuck? He'd be like, you want to learn how to do that, little nigga? Be like, yo, nigga was flat out abusing, like just abusing us, right? As kids, right? Shit. So we started going in the park with him to learn from Karate Man, right? He was the real life show enough. This nigga was the real life show enough. So we had the fake show enough, which was Marvin. No disrespect, Marvin. I'm saying Marvin was a fiend. He was my neighbor, and he used to be wearing the hat from Mortal Kombat. You know the Raiden hat? I don't know where he got that hat from. This nigga had the Rice Farmer Raiden hat, and I swear to you on everything I love. It'd be early in the morning, and he'd be in the park, in Denton Park, across the street, higher than Giraffe Ass on a spacecraft, talking about. And I'm like, is that Marvin out there? He'd be coming by trying to give words of wisdom and shit like, the force is with you, young brother. We'd be looking like, man, get out of here, Marvin. But shout out to Marvin, right? Shout out to Marvin. And shout out to whoever Karate Man was, because I don't know his name, right? So this one day, he's doing push-ups in the snow. And we walk up. And we thinking he's just doing push-ups. When we walk up, he's realizing his fingers, he's doing push-ups, finger push-ups in the snow. So that his fingers, and I'm like, oh, he's like, you try one. Like, man, we can't do it. Like, you know what I mean? And then he said, here, feel this, right? He said, feel that right there. Go like this. Nigga, this nigga's fingers is like a real metal claw. I'm like, oh, right? So this is when I started really learning, like, oh, wait a minute. You can really make yourself an actual weapon, right? This is when I learned, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't when I learned, but this is when I, started to want to learn, right? I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, just be nice at everything, right? So I wanted to just teach myself how to fight without having to, you know what I'm saying? I'd be watching all the movies and all the stuff, right? It's the Jaguar paw technique. Hello? You know what I mean? Right. He said, don't you ignore... Wait, what? What's going on there? Tupac? Do I look like Tupac? Okay. It's a billion people in China. Yeah, sure. Okay. That's weird. I see what you mean, though. I got him out of there. Don't worry. A Vietnamese hat. Word, the Vietnamese Raiden hat. That's what he used to have on. The big rice farmer joint. And I'd be looking like, where the hell is he going? That nigga used to be out there. Woo! Talking about, like, man, you don't get your... you don't get back in the house, Marvin. What the hell you doing out there? Now, Karate, the other nigga, though, he knew what he was doing. The other nigga was on some shit. But it was just weird because how are you a alcoholic karate thug? Like, that shit don't even go together. You riding around, scaring people and getting into random fights with people that think your karate ain't real, and then you fuck them up. That's like how the karate men of the 80s and 90s used to be, bro. They'd be regular hood niggas that would be riding around, you know what I'm saying, on their bikes or whatever, and niggas would be like, oh yeah, Jerome really knows such. And niggas be like, man, I don't care about Jerome. And then next thing you know, he'd be like, yo, you seen what happened at the park? Like, what happened? Jerome broke two niggas' legs. He did the karate shit. He'd be like, what? That shit was like urban legend. You know what I'm saying? He said, for sure. He said, you still look the same too, bro. You're aging well. God is good. God is good. He'd been holding me down, man, through all of this, man. He said, bro, crazy story. Nah, it's not that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Drunken monkey technique. Word. He was the real life drunken monkey. Wow. I never thought about it like that. That was the real drunken monkey, bro. But that shit actually just made me wanna, you know what I mean? That shit showed me like, damn, niggas really be knowing shit, like, right? So I started actually like fake training hard with that shit. I used to do karate, then it was taekwondo, and then it was kung fu, right? This is what I be saying like on some fun like Jersey Kung Fu or whatever when I'm talking about bars and shit. Because really Kung Fu to me is like the ultimate martial art because it's fluid, right? Karate's pause is stiff like this. Yeah, 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 right? Kung Fu is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? Taking somebody's momentum, turn it against them. Here, it's everything, right? And it's about how you in tune spiritually, right? So if you really get nice at Kung Fu for real, you're gonna just be an all around dope dude. That's the way that works. You're gonna have discipline. You're gonna be in shape. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what's dope about kung fu. You know what I'm saying? You said Rafiki style, Muay Thai. Muay Thai is a little more like karate. It's like stiff boxing. You know what I'm saying? But it just kicks and stuff like that in it too. But like it's also more direct. You feel me? Where karate is more, I mean, kung fu is more fluid. Taekwondo also is like, so when I did taekwondo, I was like kicking, right? First time I got in a fight, I think it was with Mike Chadwick. Shout out to Mike Chadwick. We got in a fight, and Mike had this stance that was like this. Shout out to Mike. He had this stance. He had these big old knuckles and these big old forearms. He had this stance that was like this. This is how he fought, right? And it was hard to get in there, right? It was hard to get in there. So he fighting like this, and then just come up. So I just kicked him in the chest one day. I'm like this, and I just boom, hit him, and it was like the whole playground stopped. Like, oh, it was like what? Like what just happened? Type shit. And nigga was like, oh, you kicking? Oh no, you kicking? Oh, you kicking? It was like a disappointment. Like, oh. I'm like, what? I just kicked the shit out of him. Mike stopped. He was like, what the fuck? Yo, it was like, no kicking, no. What you mean, no kicking? He said, bro thinks he's Michael J. White. Y'all been calling me Michael J. White for the past, I don't know how long, because I guess, nigga got his weight up a little something. Now I look like a professional fighter. I appreciate that. That's a compliment, sir. You know what I'm saying? He said, I don't know what that means. Michael J. Jones. You heard? Y'all stupid. Michael J. Jones. Hey, man. Ironically, so boom. I stopped actually doing martial arts and stuff like that because once I learned to fight a little bit, it was like, it wasn't really that cool to kick people and stuff like that. It wasn't like as respected as I thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? I thought as long as I could beat y'all up, that's all that counts, right? But it wasn't that. It was like the way, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like, oh, you be kicking and stuff. It's like, what shit? It worked. It worked. It's like, yeah, but nah, man, you gotta just. That's when I was talking to y'all about the fingers, about the 90s, the fingers, right? And my dad used to talk to me about that because I would be with the fingers like this, taking your fingers up. You know what I mean? He said, bro, shave the beard, it's whack. Why are you talking about another man's beard? That's strange. Learn your pivot, then your hands. Absolutely, footwork first. Damn, see, they be out here. That is nice. What is that? Let's see. Get that work in, baby. Get that work in. But yeah, if you haven't already liked it, like this video, brother. Because it's already double y'all than the likes, man. If y'all didn't know, this is Jones Land. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my serious lifers that be really rocking. If y'all didn't know already, the Cash App is on at the bottom. The Super Chat is on right there. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking on us. We getting 10,000, 20,000 views per live. We got every city, every country around the world tapping in with us. So don't overthink it. This is not really rocket science. I just be popping it and chopping it with y'all, man. Talking about life stories, talking about different things. And I just, for some reason, started thinking about karate today. Hardbody karate, you know what I'm saying? Jersey Kung Fu. You know what I mean? The martial arts aspect of life where, I learned a lot about life through different things that I didn't even realize until I got older. You know what I'm saying? But there was a part of life back then that a karate man was a real thing back then. You know what I'm saying? He said, I don't know karate, bro. I don't know it either. I don't know it either, man. You know what I'm saying? But I used to do it. You know what I'm saying? Fallen says, stop lying, bro. What am I lying about, brother? You let me know before I block you. Just let me know what you think I'm lying about. Okay? He said, but I know crazy. Yeah, that's the classic. I don't know karate, but I know crazy. He says, Camden, New Jersey in the building. What's happening, Camden? Dr. Umar. What about Dr. Umar? Oh, you talking about for Shorty down there? Dr. Umar look like, they on Dr. Umar biscuit right now. You know what I'm saying? They acting like he ain't, you know what I mean? They saying Dr. Umar scamming. You know? I ain't fan of the flames, but you know what I'm saying? He was like, brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters, brother and sisters. Your brother, Babatule, Abatunje, okay, your spiritual leader in God has no currency. Your Babatule has no digital currency. I repeat, I have no currency. I need you to support us. Okay, I need you to support us. It was like, oh, what happened? What happened to the money? My bank accounts were frozen. I don't know. I don't even want to joke about that because what if he's telling the truth? Like, I don't know. Could be. But it do sound a little weird, right? He said he owe me $20 right now. Y'all niggas is crazy, man. Y'all be lifting my spirits, B. Nigga said he owe me $20. He said, Express es que la tarde hay opone supra saputristos y cristas y pastimis savage and la consequence. Okay, I feel you. I feel you, man. I feel the same way, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I am Stay says, hi, what's up, baby girl? How you feeling? He says, nah, at first the school was in Detroit and now it's in Virginia. Listen, have I ever, listen, see, now this is the thing. If you're a Muslim, I'm supposed to make 70 excuses for you, you know what I'm saying, before I, condemn you or think that you did something wrong. I don't know if that man's a Muslim. I don't know what he got going on. But I do know, yeah. Don't be telling me not to talk to a white girl when you over here and can't even pay your bills and gotta ask people, you know what I'm saying? And if some white woman was to believe in me, you tell me, brother, stay away from her until you need some money, brother. But I am accepting donations. I guarantee you right now, if a white woman was to say, Dr. Umar, I know your message, it's anti, us, but I would like to donate $100,000 right now to your cause. Nigga, what? We're gonna say, no snow bunnies? Never. I am sorry, sister. I cannot accept your donation because you are a snow bunny. And a snow bunny can't give me no money. So I apologize. I must stay strong. I must stay diligent. Okay, I must stay diligent. As a black king. Yeah, all right. You say kill Mook in the battle. Salute. Says Snow White wins. Huh? Hello? Y'all crying. Why is your hair upside down, bro? Serius Jones still top 5. Salute. Hey, Afro Jones is out right now. If y'all didn't know, I got an album out. Okay? We got an album out. And it's going kind of viral. Respectfully. Look it up. Afro Jones. Afro Beat album. We're shooting videos tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If I got any of my young ladies that know how to really move to them Afro beats and shit, tap in. We shoot a video on the beach tomorrow. It's gonna be Liddy 210. You know what I'm saying? About to get it popping like over Red and Baca, man. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's that. Said he owes you $50. I don't deal with that guy. He said, I want give Money, how is give you? Do I have PayPal? Yes, but brother, I have Cash App, which is right there at the bottom. And I also have, you can just click that button right there. That has a $sign next to it. Just press it. You know what I'm saying? Afro Jones, everyone support. Yes, sir. Like Gentleman's Corner says, tap in. You know what I mean? Tap in and let me know what your favorite joints off it is. You know what I'm saying? So I can know which ones to shoot. Y'all been saying water. I've been hearing champagne showers. I've been hearing G-locks. You know what I'm saying? Amputate. You know what I mean? Did I ever collab with Freddie Gibbs? No, I did not. He said, like this. Okay. Sure. Thank you for the contribution, Also Flawless. I will like it. Is it on Tidal? I'm not sure if it's on Tidal yet, but I know it's on Spotify and also on Apple Music. You know, some of them stores it takes a minute to get into. You know what I'm saying? He said, okay, King, do I buy Bitcoins in bulk? I don't know about in bulk, if that's what you're talking about. My eyes ain't that good. I like seeing Bitcoin, but I don't know. Serius Jones put Jim Jones and Cam on. They're just making stuff up here. All right, I'll take it. Okay, yup. Put everybody on. I'm Soldier Boy out here. The first one to put them on. He said, okay, bro. No problem for me, man. Again, you know. Okay, yeah, so boom. So, in terms of Afro Jones, right? What I would like to do, and what I'm going to do, is a tour of Africa, right? And we're gonna actually bring some water to different villages. We have a few people we already talking to and collabing with on getting these wheels in motion. You know what I'm saying? My brother Tom Trump says a well's only something like $400 or something like that in some places. So we're gonna pull our resources, and if anybody wanna go in on us with us, I'm gonna make a website specifically for that. We got water, you know what I'm saying, where you can not only donate, but you can help, you know, the cause. So that song and some of these songs, yeah, it's just a song, but it's really gonna be a bigger agenda, you know what I'm saying, in terms of doing something positive. You feel me? You bugging with that one. GTA. I don't know what that means. Tom Trump, yeah, shout out to him. Salam alaikum. What's your favorite battle of all times? I don't know. I'm honestly not thinking about battle rap, brother. He said, did your cameraman survive the homeless man attack at the end of the gig video? One of my favorite joints. What's the background to that song? Okay, wow. That's crazy. See, y'all always help me out in giving us content, right? Because I be forgetting about stuff and y'all remind me of craziness. Okay, boom. There was these two girls from London called Bangers and Mash, right? They was like, they looked kind of related, you know what I'm saying? One of them, they was sexy too, right? So I forget which one I was, you know, dealing with, but we in the city and, you know, we doing our 1-2 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Our brother, I see you saying India, brother. How many times you gonna say that? Stop flooding the chat, bro, before I have to block you, man. I see you. India, what up? Okay? Salute India. So, you know, I was dealing with them two, right? And we was just in the studio cooking up and that beat came on. And I was like, oh yeah, right? And in my mind, I guess the concept was, you know, this is my gig. This is what I'm doing every day. So I said, you know, we're gonna shoot a video in Times Square with this one, just with the hustle and bustle of everything that's going on, everybody on their gig, right? And we shooting the video, and at the end of the video, I see the people, I know the people in Times Square, Crime Square. I see them every other day, you know, when I'm out there or haven't been out there on my hustle, right? And if you don't know, ain't no shame in my game, I would go out in the city and trap my music and trap my books and trap my stuff You know what I'm saying? Hustle to tourists and strangers and whatever, just to literally go hand in hand with my stuff out the trunk. That's the era I'm from. Like, I don't got too much pride or ego to do that still. You know what I'm saying? So I would see these people that holding up the signs, and there was this guy that had a wildlife, I need a beer sign. And they don't know that he's making bank, right? But at the end of the day, he's counting what looked like a brick like this, right? And my man catches him in the cut, counting up. So he seen the camera and he turned around and blacked out, right? Ran to the, hey, don't follow me, right? But yeah, he didn't actually attack him, but you know, he was definitely trying to get out there, knock that camera down, like, cause you know, you trying to put his hustle on blast. You know what I'm saying? You looking at it like, nah, I'm supposed to be homeless out here. So that's what made that such a ill shot to me. Like, oh, you gotta put that in there, cause it was making the whole point of gig. We talking about everybody doing their job. Homie out here getting, they probably just made $1,000. You counting this much at once. You know what I'm saying? Nigga probably that's at least, you know, $600-700. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yeah, that's what happened that day though. Salute to you for even being that in tune, man. See, that's a classic serious moment if you know anything about my history, man. See, that's why I know some of y'all tapped in and I appreciate it, brother. That's love. You said break down the big T bars. Y'all want me to break down the big T bars? If y'all give me 5 thumbs up, no, give me 5 different fire emojis, and I'll break down the big T bars for y'all right now. Let's do it like that. Y'all give me 5 different people agree out of the 70, 80 people here so far. I'll let y'all have. Okay, that was fast. Damn. All right. Damn. But you know what they're gonna do, right? You know what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna say, "Oh, Jones is he's trying to make people like it and trying to explain it and do it." Like, just so you know, that's what they're gonna say. But this for y'all then, all right? F them. I'm gonna break it down for y'all, all right? He said, "What about India?" Shout out to India, right? All right. So this how the big T bars went. What I say? I said Serius Jones having bars. I said Afro Jones out now. You got to say that. Afro Jones out, right? I said, but Serius Jones having bars is clearly not an issue. Even Siri knows Serious is him too. I don't care what you telegram or what apps you use to sell your nickels like the feds really out to get you, nigga. You're not a dime. You're a soccer mom. Because you made a few calls on sideline, but you really not official. Okay, Siri, Telegram, WhatsApp, Sideline. These are all apps on the phone to make calls, right? Okay, all right. You made a few calls. You're not a don. You're a soccer mom. Because just because you made a few calls on sideline, you're really not official, right? A ref. You got shot like 5 times and ain't do nothing but make sounds like you airing out a pistol. Right? Because that's his thing. You laying there talking about chalaka, boo, boo, blaka. Paramedics confused, staring all at him. Dude, hello? Can you hear me though a little? See, when your fat fairy tale got riddled full of bullets, that should have separated reality from these fairy tales and riddles. Right? Okay. Because he got clapped, you know what I'm saying? And the irony, somebody could talk about you just getting decked and it get more reaction than talk about you actually getting damn near killed, but whatever, right? But shout out to him, no disrespect. I'm glad he's alive, survived, and healthy. Shout out to Big T. So he said fire, fire, fire. But see how it's like, you know what I mean? It's easier here, right? He said his fat fairy tale, right. I said, when they lined this body up, I felt like a tailor. Not because you don't cut it, because I don't even remember who went against you. But just to size this fat dude up, I had to pull a tape out just to make some extra material to fit you, right? Because me a tailor, you got to cut the material and whatever. But also, if I'm writing for you, I had to pull the tape out because I didn't even know who really battled Big T. So I had to make this material. I had to pull the tape out just to. All right, hello, all right. Make sure that's material to fit you. I said you're trollable, literally rollable. The nigga who moments who are based off loud sounds, but the biggest moment of your life was the paramedics whispering over you, right? Contrast. I said, in the culture, is that what y'all care about? Niggas wifing hoes and affairs now? I said, I don't normally do video game bars, but that's their style. But when you a John, why you mad then? When niggas tap your ex and slide and she dive for some extra yards after some catching some balls, you should have known, because that's what happens when you holding a square down. Okay, I don't know if you play Madden, but when you hold the square, they actually dive or whatever for the ball, little extra yards after the catch, right? And when you tap the X, they slide, right? And the point of it is people talking about all this wife and stuff, Remy, all this different stuff in the culture. But the point is that's what happens when you hold a square or the square down, a square chick down. That's what's gonna happen. She's gonna do the, all right? You get it? You're like fire, 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 fire. Wow, legend shit. You have to respect Jones Penn for real. Okay, right? So I said, that's what you get holding the square down. I said, T be liking my ism. I told the chick, he said, you tell the chick to jump, and she said, how high, right? And he thought that was me. I said, if I tell my chick to jump, she gonna come home with a pogo stick, a parachute, 2 bungee cords, and a trampoline, right? Because he be talking like he thinks I'm a P. He always wanna say, oh yeah, P, this and this and that. Like, that's cool to him, but he don't even get it, right? So I said, I'm getting money. Stop laughing so hard because y'all gonna make me laugh. He said, you been nice. Thanks, that's fire, Serius, huh? Yeah, like, they was, you know what I mean? People don't even be getting the whole shit, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I don't be caring to slow it down anymore. I'm just gonna say it, and if you get it, you get it, right? So I said, what I say? I said, I'm getting money. I said, and I'm still fired, so what's your excuse? Now, where your hunger been? And I said, I'm not talking about this hunger. I'm talking about the hunger we're back where you did numbers then. But how ironic. I'm up here talking about numbers, and you probably think about a number 4, and we up here looking like the number 10. And I'm the 1, and he's the 0. If you don't get that, then fuck it then. You know what I'm saying? But I said, but this ain't about how you wanted the clumps though, Slim. I said, because a cow would have shoot you first, so even a punk will spin. But they know I'll carve something and light a face up. But even on Halloween, you wouldn't cut a pumpkin skin. You wouldn't throw rice at a Chinese wedding with Uncle Ben. I said, but y'all see I get sturdy when it's us versus them. But I said, you gotta be careful though when you support a murder, because as you can see, everybody ain't your effing friend. Y'all know what that's about, right? So I said, so if you say Gotti got me, cool. But you know where he from, right? And I'm still more comp than him. I said, but this dope is so loud you can get high without a syringe puncturing. So if I say it's Geechee in the text, that means I got some trees I'm standing behind and some new bundles in. You know what I'm saying? He said, Cook, Serious, oh my gosh. Like, you know what I mean? These is the bars. Y'all asked me to break the bars down. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know about Geechee Gotti had a viral video standing behind a tree, and also he sells hair. So that's the stand. I'm standing behind the trees and got some new bundles in. I got some good dope food. That's what they call bundles. Okay, people be acting like I lost to Gotti because of the whole thing with Moot. But see, that's what happens when you support a murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all right. I said, they can't uff with him. Since Hawaiian, the effing been waving. Back up before I snap and start spinning. That's the Temptations, right? The Temptations back up. They back up before they snap and spin, right? So back up before I snap and start spinning. That's the Temptations. I said, this a geek. I said, this is a bazooka versus a pea shooter, a geek loser versus a freak recruiter. I said, I've been putting my Tims in their ass on these computers, but it's been stuck in the app. So I guess I gotta reboot them. Reboot the computer, the app, the Tim, you know what I'm saying? I guess I gotta reboot them. I said, okay, we doing 50,000 views a day on YouTube. The world's digging me. I said, an old dope fiend went broke, lied on me, and called the boys to try to finesse a whip for me. I said, I came home, was tripping to be with my baby. Baby moms called the boys while I had the grip on me. COs was stealing my mail, throwing me in the hole, messing with me mentally. I said, I came home, went off, bought a brand new whip, and went off a cliff and had a head-on collision truck hitting me. That was almost it for me. I said, it's been about 30 years with no manager. I've been thugging in this industry. I got stabbed 5 times in my ribs. I mean, Jones be acting tough. How much tougher can a nigga be? I mean, literally. That's how I basically ended it, right? You know what I'm saying? He said fire. Todd said fire. Bar breakdown, 100. He said my man's tempting. Yo, y'all killing me with this gay flirty stuff, bro. Y'all gotta chill, bro. He said, beautiful beard, you sexy devil. Y'all niggas is crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna block you for that, man. You too funny, bro. Nigga said, do you have a pool? Don't worry about that. Folks on the bar. She said, oh man, it's time to goon. Salute from California. Okay. Jones inspired Cam. You think so? I don't know. He said, that's fire, Serius. Hey, speak your truth. Wolf, fire emojis. You my nigga, we met on 8th Ave, 2019 summer before you went in. But URL, you sleep on you, Jones can rap, nigga. Bar breakdown. Yeah, so, he said, I said, hey, yo. So, all right, that's the first round. Y'all want more than that? Because I'm like, you know what I mean? Y'all asked for a bar breakdown, so I'll give y'all a bar breakdown. I could give y'all a little bit more than that if you want, though. You know what I'm saying? But I thought about doing that, but I wanted to make sure it's something that y'all wanted first. You know what I mean? He said the ending of that was too real. That's my real life, bro. That's what's really going on. So that's what's crazy to me, that people, they be trying to perpetuate that narrative. Jones be acting tough. Jones is trying to be some... Bro, what is more tougher than that? I really don't know. But I don't want to have no tougher in life, man. I done been through the worst of the worst, I think. It's time for blessings for me, man. I just want good things in my life, man. Good people, good vibes, you know what I'm saying? He said, what's up, you from Philly? No, I'm not from Philly. Todd says, round 2. All right, he said, that's facts, huh? Fire emojis. Yeah, word. He says, you had Gucci shoes on, bro. Amen. Do you invest in crypto? The trees that grow to heaven, roots go all the way to hell. I heard that one. I hear you, brother. I hear you on that one. I definitely hear you on that one. Loud and clear. I needed to hear that right now, too. I don't even know what I'm dealing with today. Today is one of them days, just one of them days, where you gotta just keep it playing, just one of them days. Word. So, all right, round 2. You asked for round 2. How many people want to hear round 2? All right, I'm gonna put it up. It's on y'all. All right, this is gonna be on y'all, because I don't want nobody. You already know they're gonna take this video and reshare it and Serius Jones, this and that. They on my right now. Niggas is back-to-back videos every day about me now, right? None of them get more than my views. Hating ass suckers. But I'm gonna let y'all keep hating, you know what I'm saying? No weapon formed against the wolf shall prosper, man. We too blessed to be stressed, too anointed to be disappointed and flexing like we double jointed, man. I can't wait to go pick up, you know what I'm saying, my new things tomorrow, just so I can pop it even more on y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, Jones, tomorrow will be, no, today's a great day. How much would you need to get in that boxing ring with another battle rapper, I just need at least comparable bread, bro. I'm not gonna box nobody for $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta at least come up with what I get, or at least close to what I get for a battle. You know what I'm saying? 5 bands or something like that. Cool, let's go. Run it. You know what I'm saying? 5, 10 bands, I'm cool. I'll beat a nigga right up for that. Cool. Or you beat me up and I get it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about $2,000, $3,000. That's just, come on, bro. Nigga got trained, get in shape, and do all this extra stuff to make less than he would even make just rapping? Do that make sense to y'all? You know what I'm saying? But all right, so I'll do round 2 for y'all then. Just I asked before. All right. You said, what do you say? I said, Serius Jones versus Big T. I said, F a win. This shit finna be a breeze. I said, cause you soft as boiled chickpeas or ass on a broad that strip tease. A big dog don't get ticked off by fleas. I said, and the only way I'm capping is with a hammer if I target his knees. I said, see, we had bars since we cut off cars on 10 speeds and were starters with the big jeans and white tees this long. I said, oh, he from the Ghost, so he don't even know what all this shit means. But I'm from Jersey, motherfucker. We the ones that started the big tees. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know the history on the white tees, Jersey used to wear really big tees. You know what I'm saying? Down to the knees, all this stuff. So I battled Big T. That's what I said. Okay. I said, since 17, I've been a nomad. I said, Inglewood, New Jersey to the projects of Harlem. When I told Dad, Mom's kicked me out too. He said, well, when life gets sketchy, if you an artist, you need your own pad. I said, the way battle rap is now, so sad. Almost wearing a toe tag. I tried to keep it live for good. And what they say about Jones, he wants y'all to believe he gangster so bad. And he's a fake, right? You're the GOAT. I appreciate it. He said, Grandma upstairs reaching the Bible. I'm downstairs on the road. He said, fire, 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 fire. Okay. So I said, honestly, I don't even want to get into that one because it's talking about stuff that I don't even want to give no light on here. Y'all gonna see in the battle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about none of that other stuff no more. But I had to in the battle because I knew he was gonna rap about it for the whole battle, right? But that's the point of why it's kind of getting corny to me, right? But anyway, I go to the third for y'all then. What I said, book your mom deuce a flight. As soon as your mother land, like Africa, black on her. I got a shotgun riding passenger, about to do your hamburger looking ass greasy. And just for popping it, I should smack you with a spatula. I said, you came in the smack era and drove a rack from the rack just to get a rack from smack though, huh? Well, I laid the tracks to put you on track to get some racks and you came afterwards. But you acted like a catheter, on dick, getting pissed on, marketed as characters. I said, y'all was like the farm team and Beasley and them was y'all manager. I said, and I was the killer whale that started the wave and you was farm raised and fed. So big tuna, nah, you more like big tilapia, right? Tuna is the biggest fish in the ocean in terms of size. They wild, they run. But Big T was known for being under smack, you know what? So you're not big tuna, you're big tilapia. You're farm raised, you fed. Okay, that's, you know what I mean? Okay. He said characters. Yeah, I mean, I said big tilapia. I said if you ain't gonna step right, beat it. The Thriller dancing with zombies turned me to Mike with the jacket, bro. Cause I said, because my blood brothers perform hits. I said, they Mike Jackson, but when I lighten up, then I might be the baddest though. All right, if you ain't gonna step right, beat it. The Thriller, dancing with zombies, it turns me to Mike with the jacket. Meaning the thrill of me getting, if you ain't gonna step right, beat it. Because the thrill of dancing with zombies is what turns me to Mike with the jack. It's basically saying that's what brings the best out of me. It's like being able to, you know what I'm saying? I said, and my blood brothers, right? My bees, you know what I'm saying? But also the blood brothers was the 5 Jacksons, right? My blood brothers and 5, Mike Jackson, 5 is a blood. I said, but when I lighten up, I might be the baddest though, right? Because people be telling me, yo, lighten up, just be, you know what I'm saying, be cool with you, whatever, right? But I'm basically saying I could sick my whatever on you, but when I'm cool, that's when I'm the best version of me, right? All right. I said I perform here. I said I perform I said, I perform hits for my blood brothers and 5 Mike Jackson, but when I lighten up, I might be the baddest though. I said, private flights with the ratchet. Get sky high, then walk down with the ladder. Whoa, that's a strap on a runway like a dyke at a fashion show, right? You know, with the ladders on the private, you gotta walk down just the ladder, right? But a ladder, so you walking somebody down with a ladder, you know what I'm saying? I said, I get sky high and walk down with the ladder. Whoa, that's a strap on a runway like a dyke at a fashion show. I said, I could go life. I said, this is a dying hippo versus a rabid goat. I said, I could go life, jokes, or passion flow. You don't know how I'm going to cook tuna. Like white people casserole. Yo, I could not believe they didn't wow over it because to me, that was one of the hardest bars of the thing. I don't know. To me, I thought that was crazy because we don't know how white people cook casserole. None of us know. Anytime somebody brings something to the cookout and they're like, oh, Karen made it. It's like, oh, this is cooked? Or how they cook this, right? You know what I'm saying? He said, fire, fire. He said, we got the fish bar. Okay. What Big T? Okay, so hold on, let me finish it though. I don't like white people cat. I said you get yoked up like an egg over tuna. I said even though he's stale and on the shelf, I could still just pull some bread off of tuna. You know when the tuna sandwich is old, you gotta like peel the bread because the tuna gets stuck to it, right? I said, I put this shit together, break up the chips and throw you in a bag after slamming your noodles. You getting cooked behind these bars. Wait, hold up. I just made a whole spread out of tuna. Okay, if you're making a jail spread, you add the fish, you break up the chips, you slam the noodles on the ground, right? And you sometimes you put some egg in it. So that was making a whole spread. I don't know if people don't, you know what I mean? That's some jail shit, right? I just made a whole spread out of tuna. And then I said, you better pull something out your hat. Because I'm magic, that's why. I said, it ain't no fun without the gun. You seen what happened last time. I said, you put a piece behind his head. One of your baddest rap lines. And we only know Playboy for having that sign. But if you think you gonna put bunny ears behind my head, you out your rabbit ass mind. Y'all going crazy in the chat. Nah, fire emojis, fire. I'm glad y'all dig it, man. Maybe on camera, translate better. But to be honest, they wasn't reacting how y'all reacting right now, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? He said, don't let it go over your head. Yeah. I said, what? I said, we all know our habitat is savage, mad crime. Trying to take and share a rapper watch. That's all the YNs have to pass time. I said, my homie moved to Egypt and said now that he's back, he feel aligned. He's starting to make going to Cairo practical. Like I had a bad spine. Cairo is the capital of Egypt, by the way. You know what I mean? He said, Cook, Serius, Jones a legend. Hey, I listened to the album today. My favorite 3 was Amputate, Top Dog, and Mr. Instigator. Of course, Water is Cold. I appreciate that. Everybody that ain't check out Afro Jones, make sure you do. But y'all seeing a lot of fire emojis for this. So if y'all jacked it, and that's not even finishing it, but y'all want me to finish it? Trying to take and share a rapper watch. That's all the YNs have to pass time. I said, my homeboy moved to Egypt. He said now that he's back, he feel aligned. He's starting to make going to Cairo practical. Like I had a bad spine. I said, who write like this? Nobody. I said, boot up, Tuna. You better tune up, Tuna, because you getting tuned. I said, I'm two up, Tuna, and you getting tuned up, Tuna. I said, they said you're going to have to carry T on your back. Is that going to kill your profit? I said, you got me effed up on me. Because you seen I told DNA, if you cross me, that's something that your crew should fix. But I said, but Lord knows I ain't going to sacrifice myself to get hung up on T, right? Okay, they said you're going to have to carry T on your back. Is that going to kill your prophet? Okay, the prophets carried the T on their back. Jesus carried that big-ass cross on his back, right? And they're saying, is that going to kill your prophet? Because they were basically saying, like, Big T, why are you even doing that, right? Which he actually did good, so they don't know what they talk about, right? But I'm also saying, I told DNA, if you cross me, it's something that your crew should fix, but y'all got me messed up if you think I'm going to sacrifice myself to get hung up on T. Like, I really care about this battle, basically. Really don't care about it. It's not that important. But, as you know, I always do my best. You know what I'm saying? So I went there, spent my bars, you know what I mean? I gave them what they paid me for, you know what I'm saying? Et cetera, et cetera. I apologize if people are like, come on, Jones, you seem like you ain't care as much. Like, if I'm not freestyling and sitting there with that, like, bro, I wrote my material, I got fire, as y'all can see, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I say, y'all got me effed up on me. I said, but Lord knows I ain't gonna sacrifice myself to get hung up on T. I said, catch you in traffic and crop your top. Cut off T. I said, but you called yourself two. He tried to act like he ain't know what I'm talking about, but he definitely said that. You called yourself two. I said, so what, can I call you two? I said, heavy metal. I've been a fan of you too before I knew you two. I ain't 7.62s, but them 7.62s is shoot through two. It don't sound like chalaka or nothing. It sound like do. But you know what's true two? We tired of seeing you lose two. I said, you better act like a ballerina and split before you get spun on with a two. A two. All right, he's two. A two. A ballerina. A 22. 22 twos. Like, all right. You see, all right, I'm just saying mad fire emoji. Like, all right. So y'all get it, right? Y'all get what I was trying to do, right? All right. Cool. He said, I told my YN be easy, but he lost it. He said he wanted to hustle in heaven, so we put bricks in his coffin. Okay. I don't know about that, but I don't know how blasphemous that is, but rest in peace to your Helby, if that's not just a bar. He said, thanks, man. That was fire. You're welcome, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all asked me for it, so I did it, man. But honestly, at this point, it's like, I give y'all the bars. I'll do that from now. If y'all ask me for a bar breakdown, I'll give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Because some people really do want to know what's behind the bars, right? And digest them without all of the other nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Which, unfortunately, is becoming more abundant in battle rap. Yeah. He said, sup, my ninja, salute. Shout out to Legend from London. Salute to London. Cook, Serius, Wolf, fire, right. He said, bro, your doubles are top. Mid-tier. Okay, that's cool. Break down the 2. I just did, right? So, all right. He called himself two, so can I call you two? Can I call you two also? Two? Heavy metal. I've been a fan of you two. Before I knew you two. You know what I mean? I'm not 7.62, but these 7.62s will shoot through two. It don't sound like shalaka, nothing. It sound like do. But you know what's true too? What's also true too? We're tired of seeing you lose. Two. All right, you get it? He said, now it's fire emoji. I mean, I thought that was easy. Well, I got to break down that one. That was the simplest part, I thought. That was the simplest part. But anyway, shout out to everybody that's in the comments talking about Afro Jones. See, we talking about that now, right? He said amputate, fire emojis. He said, yo, what's the good word, Legend? I can't call it, brother. I'm in here just chopping it up with y'all. Some of y'all asked for the bar breakdown of the battle I just had, but I'm also promoting Afro Jones, which is available now on all platforms, which is also the Art of Word War, which is the Battle Rap Handbook, which is available on all platforms. I had to make sure I tapped in, like put in today tapioca. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure I tapped in like a faucet. I had to make sure I tapped in like Savion Glover. You know what I'm saying? To make sure y'all had something for the day. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently we still got the suckers mad. They still posting and doing all this other stuff. Every time a blog or anything drops about me, they got a comment, a reaction, or whatever, right? So we just got to keep content in their faces, man. Keep putting in their face like makeup, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, maybe they realize whatever they making up can't cover up the facts of, you know what I'm saying, or what it is. Yup, chicken and watermelon. Yep. Jones versus Surf. I don't think he want to do that, man. I don't think he want to do that. Ripple says, what's up? He says, can you shout out my cousin? He just got out of the pen for stealing pens. You stupid. He said, you going to keep that? You going to peep that when I get off the live, Afro Jones. You said I'm going to peep that, Afro Jones, when I get off the live. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So for y'all that missed it, you know what I'm saying? He said, hey bro, are you from Ukraine? I am not, but shout out to my Ukrainers. You know what I'm saying? He said, listen to Amputate, y'all. Yeah, Amputate is one of them joints. That's produced by Den Beats. He's out of Africa, I believe Kenya. Shout out to him. That's the one joint that's I didn't produce. Everything else, I made that beat on this same phone that I'm talking to y'all on. So if y'all don't understand the level of, you know, I made all those other beats right here on this phone. Wallahi. He said, Jay Hart, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? He said, Heat, what's up, Jones? Do you not like surf? Nah, it's not about me not liking surf. Surf and I definitely have had our issues in the past, but I feel like I've never had nothing but love for him and everybody else. But Surf said a lot of things that was just like confusing because he showed love when I met him. So I didn't understand that online. But I'm not a part of this era, bro. I don't do well with the trolliness and all that other stuff. So I guess, you know, people don't understand that I'm just a passionate person and I'm standing on what I believe in. I never had no issues with that brother, for real, for real. Besides, like, bro, what's up? What's that about? You know what I'm saying? I thought it was love. I'm on some Jersey love shit. But of course, I don't like when I look up and I feel like people being disrespectful or doing something that's just not warranted. You know what I'm saying? But free that man. I heard he's a Muslim, so I don't got no beef with no Muslims, and I wish the best to him and his family. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm carrying it, and that's how I really feel in my heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problems with nobody, for real. The only problem, people that's chasing problems with me, you know what I'm saying? The people that's FaceTiming and trying to be involved in my battles, even though you're saying you don't want to smoke with me, right? You're saying I'm chasing it. You're saying I'm worried about stuff. These people want to still be attached to me in some way, and it gets weird, as you can see. It gets weird, you know what I'm saying? But we over here. We're over here in Jonesland, you know what I'm saying? With the 70 people that's here right now, you know what I'm saying? It goes up to 400, 500 sometimes, but we just here kicking it in our world, on our platform, kicking it about some real life stuff. I was telling y'all about Karate Man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was telling y'all about Dragonfly Jones, you know what I'm saying? And how he was showing niggas the, you know what I'm saying, the grappling techniques, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just snatch you right up. Listen, I don't want no, before you know, yeah, we was talking about some Jersey Kung Fu. Do I do push-ups? You know what's funny? I really need to get back on my dean now. You know what I'm saying? I really need to get back on my dean now. You know when you go through some stuff in real life that actually, you gotta take that pain out of something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta crystallize, you gotta, so yeah, I got some energy to get out and to work out too. He said, don't mind them. Oh, I'm not playing. Selena said, stop playing though. Selena, you've been fake flirting in these lives for I don't know how long. I still do not know who you are now. You know what I'm saying? I love you though. I love you all. You know what I mean? But y'all know I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? I need a real one. I need a real one that's trying to help me take this world over, man, that believes in the God, man, wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? That knows what type of man I am, knows what type of plan I am. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna stay down for the crown until we all the way off the ground. Hello? Yeah, man. It's hard to find people like that that'll stick it out through thick and thin with you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't realize, you know, you could push people away just by trying to help them be their best. You know what I'm saying? Just by trying to help somebody be their best, you can actually make them feel worse. That was an ill lesson, but hey, you learn something new every day, right? He said, I train Muay Thai, come to the gym. Where's your gym at? He said, you ever wonder where all the absolute fake humans come from? I need to find my crew. Yo, bruh. Why you think I'll just be in the house with Sherry, man? That's, bruh. Finding your own tribe, your own people that are really there for you is one of the hardest things in life. And that's why I'm so grateful that at least I'm building that with y'all. You know what I'm saying? With complete strangers. I got complete strangers in here that's more tapped in that's probably more dedicated to my cause than people that have known me my whole life. Ain't that crazy? You know what I mean? Karma said facts. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all been here really vibing with me, rocking with me, checking in on me. How's your day, Jones? You know what I'm saying? When I was unfortunately going through stuff, y'all sent me mail. Y'all sent me money. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. It don't get no realer than that. So I know what I'm doing. I know what my purpose on earth is. I know what I'm here for, and I know what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody else, whoever it is not believing in the cause, if they don't see it, then they don't need to be here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's how it is. People will make you lose belief in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you will be like, what? How they don't believe? After all it be like, hey, you know what I mean? So you just got to stay out your fields and stay on their heels. You know what I'm saying? Keep smashing and crashing for your rations. You know what I mean? In a very player fashion. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all see me popping it and raising my voice, please don't get it confused with me being in my feelings. I'm just a passionate guy, and I express things that way. He said, Mr. Instigator is your favorite joint, Jonah? Okay. Some other people were saying that too. A couple people were saying that Mr. Instigator should be the single. But I was thinking, like, I like it, but I don't know. He said, I don't know what to do at this point. You know what you do, brother? You do your best and you forget the rest, bro. Because that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's all we could do. That's what I realized, bro. Because certain shit hurts. You know what I'm saying? That shit will hurt, bro. And even though I'm a player, bro, I'm super player. I was just talking to my mom today, and my mom's just like, it's her birthday, and she's like, she used to always say, like, you so cold, and you always so witty, you gotta come back for everything. Like, that's just who I am and how I am. You know what I'm saying? The game is just in me. But what I do need to learn to do more is let people be them. Right? Let people be them. Because you thinking that somebody sees things through your lens sometimes will hurry the process of them. You know what I mean? You said, gotta be like that. Hey, man, you know? You said Queen Mama Jones? Yeah, you know what I mean? Nah, she ain't Mama Jones, she Miss B. But yeah, you said, gotta be like, Tashana said, you gotta be like that. That's the only way I know how to be, love. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the universe be bringing me people, but they just don't be sticking all the way. You know what I'm saying? Some have for some years, some have for some months, some have for some days. And you live and learn. And what's for you, it's gonna be for you. You know what I'm saying? So don't stress yourself about it, brother. You know what I mean? We all go through it. You know what I'm saying? We all go through it. But the way that I look at it is, you know, sometimes you know, right? Sometimes you know, you can feel it and everything, right? Pause. You know what I'm saying? And you know that they can, right? But if somebody can sit there knowing, they know they really belong with you. They know they're supposed to this. They know that they can work this out. They know, right? But if they're not willing to put the work in, then that's the thing. The person that chooses you is the person that's willing to put the work in. The person that chooses you is the person that's willing to go through it, to get to it, right? When it's not all good, huh? When everything ain't all right. When you do lose a little bit of trust, or you get in an argument that kind of shakes your confidence in it, you go, wait a minute, hold up, I don't know. So if it's wait a minute, I don't know, you know what you do? You find out. You do the things to make yourself reassured. You put the work in and the time in with your person to make sure that y'all get back on that page. And if they not willing to do that with you, then that ain't your peoples, bro. That's all that is. Feel me? Hey, OG. It ain't no up with look, Manhole and OG, listen. Ain't nobody on my heels, bro. They on my durr. There's a difference. They're on my johns. They're on my eggplant. Okay? That's a big difference. Niggas making a video about you every day when you're not even thinking about them. And your videos are getting more views than them. And you're not even talking about them. Make that make sense. Somebody's talking about you every day, trying to get a piece of your algorithm, promoting your album. The nigga posted my album. He said crazy. Like the ladies be looking at these niggas like they crazy. But these battle rap niggas that sit around smoking blacks and hanging out with fucking grown ass men all day, they think that that shit is something to watch. You know what I mean? These ladies you see here that have jobs and are grown women are looking at like, what the hell type of niggas is those? Who does that? Who sits there and fucking makes videos about another man every single day? And somehow he's on my heels? No, he's on my dick. What are you talking about? What heels? Nigga ain't said nothing yet that's even relevant. Niggas talk about dumb shit. I'm over here buying diamonds and cars. Like what? Living in the fucking suburbs in big ass spots by myself. Like what are y'all talking about? These internet bozos on my dick. That's it. Okay? Stop lying from the crying faces now. Don't be crying, laughing now. Y'all need to be talking about, y'all be crazy. This shit is like really like a movie. You say, yeah, I like your outfit, looks nice. Oh, I appreciate you, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go get this finished. Wait till y'all see this tomorrow. Wait till y'all see this tomorrow. I got a couple treats for myself, man. This one of them. It ain't finished. You know what I'm saying? A couple little treats I'm gonna finish, man. You know what I mean? I'm about to go give me some rollie. Give me some roll up. Roll up. What's up, Sherry? You wanna go? You wanna go? You wanna go? Why you on my feet like that? 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 Feet like that, feet like that, feet like that, feet 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 that, feet. Sherry's a Jersey dog. She likes Jersey club music. He said, "Oh, fake jewelry. Okay, blocked. No dry hate. Told you make it sound nice. You should have said something clever. Because you can't fake Gucci glasses, you weirdo. They don't make these fake. You can't fake installing stones in glasses. Genius. You can't fake building jewelry from scratch in the diamond district. Genius. You can't fake the videos that are already online of us building these things and showing you the backstage with the diamonds in the diamond district with the jewelers where we're testing them and buying them and showing you. So stop it, weirdos. It's not gonna work, buddy. And the fleet is coming. The fleet is coming. Come, Sherry, come in. One way or the other. And guess what? If any of you ladies, you know what I'm saying, is looking for a qualified, bona fide, and certified boss in your life, that you want to run away all the way up to the ceiling, you know what I'm saying, and be higher than giraffe ass on a spacecraft on that graph, talking about your network and your net worth, hey, tap in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's on a different level, man. You know what I mean? I have now officially crystallized to the level where it's like literally to the point where anybody or anything, if I actually have somebody and a team that's solid, ain't no stopping me. No stopping me. Y'all see what I'm doing by my dome. Doc, come in.
No, she's okay.
Hey, Chuka Chuka.
How
you doing?
Good, how are you? Go do your pee-pee. Go do your pee-pee.
Come on, Cherry Berries. Come on, Cherry Berry.